Hello everybody, welcome to the Intel Teaching Course 2015. My name is Mai Lan Huong, and today I'm going to introduce you to my plan to teaching Unit 4 of FCE Huong Plus book, Food for Thought. First, I'm going to talk about my unit portfolio, and then we will have a look at my unit plan. After that, I will explain my assessment plan. Okay. So here is my unit portfolio. As you can see, it contains 5 folders, which I will explain in details later. Now, let's get started. So this is my assessments folder, in which I put a variety of assessments for my unit project. I would like students to use the collaboration checklist first to assess their own collaborating skill. You can see it right here. Based on that, students will assess their own and their peers' contribution to the group using the form right here. In the assessment folder, I also included a slideshow file to gauge student need and briefly introduce them to the topic of the project. In addition to that, I provide an oral presentation rubric for students to give feedback to their classmates and for teachers to mark students based on the same criteria. The rubric contains 3 main criteria, as you can see here: trait, verbal skills, and content. And of course, the folder will also have a guiding score for final project. Students can base on this to direct their project. In the folder, I also provide an observation form for teachers to assess students during the unit. The final file is the reflection prompt for students to assess themselves after the projects. Next folder is the student sample. In here, I have prepared a sample project for students. Now, let's have a look at student support folder. In this folder, I provided students with many materials that can support their project. I also included several links to useful tools for their project, which you can see right here. And this is one of the reference materials in the folder. In Teacher Support folder, I have included FCE Teacher's book, which is more convenient for teachers, and I have also prepared 2 quizzes inside the folder. These 2 quizzes will be used to check students' understanding. Each quizzes are suitable for different level of students, so teacher can choose the most appropriate quizzes for their students. And that is my portfolio folder. Now we will have a look at my unit plan. In this unit, students as nutritionists will fully investigate about food, nutrients, and how they affect our health. First, students' background knowledge on food will be checked using questioning technique during the gauging students' need presentation. After that, students will be provided with materials pertaining to food and nutrients to gain understanding of food groups and nutrients. The materials are taken from the textbook and outside sources. For more information, you can refer back to Student Support folder. After students have a firm grasp of the basic concept, they will conduct a research on food that answer the unit question. What kinds of food help us improve our health the most? Students will answer the question by writing a report, but the report will not be their final project, but serve as an outline. At this stage, students will receive a feedback from their peer and possibly suggestion from teacher. After preparing well enough for their project, students will prepare a presentation that will be presented to the citizens of the city. The aim of the presentation is to explain how to create a healthy, balanced diet and to persuade people to improve their eating habits for better health. As the aim of this project is to help students develop 21st century skills, not just knowledge about this unit, my assessment plan will include more than 1 criteria. As you can see here, Before students start working on their project, I will deliver a presentation to introduce the topic of the project and simultaneously gauging their need. After the presentation, students will be asked to take a quiz to check their understanding. Based on the result, students will be assigned a simple homework to find more basic information on the internet about food groups. This assignment can be modified to suit student need. And this assignment can also help students improve their information and media literary skills, as well as critical thinking and system thinking skills. Then teacher will provide students with materials. Students will have to analyze and synthesize the information on their own to prepare for their final project, which also a good chance for students to develop their problem identification, formulation, and solution. After that, students will be given scoring guide for final project. The project will be done by groups of students. By that, students will develop their self-direction and social responsibility. At this stage, teacher may give some suggestive instruction if necessary. When students work on the project, discussion will be held to give students a chance to work out the problem with their classmates, which will help students improve their communicative skills. At this stage, teacher may use the observation form to assess student collaborating skill and take notes of students' understanding and progress. The observations form is already provided in the assessment folder. Then students will take turns to present their project. The presentation will be marked by their peers and teacher based on the rubric provided in assessment folder also. Next, questioning technique will be adopted to once again check students' understanding of this topic. Then they will receive peer feedback to improve their future presentation. After the project is completed, summarize the activity and give some suggestions. The teacher will raise the unit question, what kinds of food help us improve our health the most? And the essential question, I'm healthy, for class discussion. This will stimulate students' understanding and improve their communicative skill further. Finally, hand out self-assessment on group contribution form and reflection prompt to help students improve their future project. And that's it for my teaching unit plan. Thank you for listening.